Elon Musk is once again making headlines, and he's once again making headlines mocking the ultra-woke legacy media. We're going to see the latest taunt from Musk. We're going to see how the legacy media is absolutely livid over it. And make sure to stick with me at the very end of this video. We'll now show you precisely why the days of the legacy media are indeed finally over. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor. I'm here to help you think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. If you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, we do have a very concerning development that's happened with regard to central bank digital currencies. You may have noticed that up until now, the digital dollar or central bank digital currency has been really little more than just a headline. But right now, things are developing at an alarmingly rapid pace. It started with a sweeping executive order from the Biden administration, and now central banks are even hiring for their development. And here's the thing, and you know this. A digital dollar, when all is said and done, means centralized control. It can be used to track your purchases, control what you buy, and even seize or freeze your assets like we saw with the Freedom Convoy. That's why it's so critical you protect your money with precious metals like gold and silver. I partnered with the top-rated precious metals company Goldco that have helped patriots move over $1 billion into the timeless value of gold and silver, and now it's your turn. Right now, they're giving you up to $10,000 in free silver while supplies last, plus all qualified callers this week will receive a free Ronald Reagan silver coin. So don't wait. Click on that link below right now and do what countless patriots are doing to make sure bumbling Biden never has control over all your money. Go to the link below and learn how you can get started today. If you've ever been to a Wikipedia site, you'll notice that they're constantly begging for money. In effect, they're basically a giant panhandling organization. They're always looking for donations in order to keep giving you the best and the latest in knowledge. And so Elon Musk decided to have a little fun with that. He offered Wikipedia a full $1 billion if they agreed to change their name for a year to Dickipedia. That's right. Musk tweeted out, quote, "I will give them $1 billion if they change their name to Dickipedia. 1 year minimum. I mean, I'm not a fool." Now, obviously, this is not the first time that Musk has taunted the legacy media, which, of course, is incurably woke. He recently tweeted out, "Newspapers basically just report on what they read yesterday on X." Laugh my ass off, X, of course, being formerly Twitter. In another post, he wrote, quote, "Just get my news from X. Much more immediate, has actual world-class subject matter experts, and tons of humor." And of course, he's been relentlessly jabbing at the woke media's credibility, noting, quote, "It's hard to differentiate real press from parody, and I don't read the legacy media propaganda much anymore." But this latest taunt seems to have particularly agitated the left-wing activists disguised as journalists. They're absolutely beside themselves. Look at this trash coming from the ultra-left Guardian. Why is Elon Musk attacking Wikipedia? Because its very existence offends him. And this woke activist goes on to excoriate Musk for denouncing what she calls, I kid you not, a democratic experiment dedicated to knowledge. That's Wikipedia, according to these lying lunatic liberals. Remember, liberals always project. They always ascribe to others the very sins of which they themselves are guilty. Some consider it a kind of Freudian effort, an almost atheist version of confession or medieval penance. In other words, these woke leftists know what they're doing is evil and needs to be punished. But because they're so pathetically narcissistic, that punishment, by definition, has to involve someone else other than them. And so this is where projection comes in. In other words, when they project, they admit that what they are actually doing is evil. They admit it's wrong and worthy of being purged. But because they're so narcissistic, that purging can't involve them. So they project it onto others. They project their sins onto others. That's basically the psychology of projection. It's a kind of scapegoating, right? But alas, unfortunately for this woke activist disguised as journalist, Her opinion of Wikipedia as a glorious exercise in democratic contributions to knowledge is contradicted by the very founder of Wikipedia. Larry Sanders, the co-founder of Wikipedia, he's torched Wikipedia of late for having abandoned its original neutrality policy and openly embraced a far-left woke bias in their articles. Is he wrong, Guardian? Is the founder of Wikipedia wrong when he accuses them of pushing the very woke left-wing bias that you deny? All this gaslighting from the media isn't working. Take a look at this from Gallup. It's their latest poll on Americans' confidence in the news media as reliable mediators of information. I mean, the results are staggering. Nearly 60% of those surveyed, 58% to be exact, have little to no trust at all in the media. 29% of surveyed adults said they have, quote, not very much trust in the media, whereas 39%, a record high, 39% say they have, quote, none at all trust in the media. 4 in 10 American adults do not trust the legacy media at all. 6 in 10, not very much. And this is all largely because of the media's embracing of what's called advocacy journalism, where more and more media outlets openly shill for woke partisan issues, and then they squeeze and manipulate the so-called facts to fit into that woke advocacy. So advocacy journalism always commits the fallacy known as confirmation bias. And that's when you deliberately reconfigure information data specifically to support your prior beliefs and values. So it's basically a kangaroo court, right? And this is why more and more people see the so-called information coming out of the legacy media as no more trustworthy than so-called scientific data coming out of Philip Morris or Marlboro cigarettes. So the legacy media could try to push back against Elon Musk's latest taunt all they want. In the end, they can't change the fact that Elon's taunts are but symptomatic of the very falling trust that these woke journalists themselves destroyed. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.